He's a good salesman. He's a
I
good
do,
salesman.
yeah. He's like, put them on. He's like, try these shoes on, try this suit on.
No, I tell them, please be friendly, yeah? I try to make the best solution for the best car.
For years, Matt Armstrong has built a reputation for defying expectations, transforming wrecked supercars into machines few believed could ever return to the road. But his latest move has sent shockwaves through the automotive world. By joining forces with Mansory, one of the industry's most controversial names, he's stepped into territory that could rattle even Bugatti itself. Fans are thrilled, critics are skeptical, and insiders are watching closely. So, what exactly are they planning? And why is this partnership causing so much concern behind the scenes? From internet joke to redemption. It was another blazing morning in Miami. The golden sun lit up the streets. The palm trees swayed gently, and the city buzzed with its usual energy. But inside a quiet workshop, the mood could not have been more different. The air felt unusually heavy, almost frozen by disappointment. Parked in the corner was the Bugatti Chiron Sport, once admired as one of the world's most breathtaking hypercars. Now it looked like a masterpiece waiting to be rescued. The oversized Venom wide-body arches that were supposed to make it look more aggressive had done the exact opposite. Instead of adding beauty and presence, they disrupted the Chiron's elegant design, leaving the car looking awkward and unfinished. What had started as an ambitious dream had become one of the internet's favorite punchlines. Matt Armstrong, the man known for bringing seemingly hopeless supercars back to life, sat quietly beneath the bright workshop lights. For the first time in a long while, confidence had been replaced with silence. His phone lay face down on the workbench because he could no longer bear to read the endless flood of comments. The internet had already delivered its verdict. Temu Special. Worst Bugatti ever. Mate Rimac was right all along. Every new joke landed like another painful reminder that even the most respected builders can stumble. The criticism spread far beyond YouTube. Instagram pages, automotive forums, TikTok videos, and even private group chats were filled with people laughing at what many called one of the biggest styling failures ever attempted on a Chiron. For years, Matt had built a reputation that seemed impossible to shake. Millions admired his ability to rescue wrecked supercars that others considered beyond repair. He had revived crashed Bugatti Veyrons, challenged outrageous luxury repair costs, and shown ordinary enthusiasts that knowledge and determination could often beat massive budgets. His honesty, creativity, and willingness to tackle impossible projects had earned him loyal supporters around the world. But this time, the disastrous Venom body kit on the $700,000 Chiron project, owned by his close friend Alex Gonzalez, threatened to overshadow everything he had achieved. Alex chose not to pressure him, stepping back out of trust rather than disappointment, but both men knew their friendship and the future of the project rested on uncertain ground. Yet, beneath the silence, something unexpected was beginning to grow. Matt was not preparing to surrender. While critics celebrated what they believed was his biggest failure, he had quietly gone back to work behind closed doors. Secret phone calls stretched across continents. Emails were exchanged with some of the biggest names in the hypercar world. Then one reply changed everything. Matt accepted a painful truth. The Venom kit could never be redeemed. No amount of reshaping, repainting, or clever editing could erase the image already burned into people's minds. The only real solution was to start over completely. But that bold decision required more than skill. It demanded a partnership with one of the most respected names in automotive craftsmanship, a collaboration powerful enough to silence every critic and make the entire car community watch in amazement. So, what first brought Matt Armstrong and Mansory together? What impression did Matt Armstrong leave with Mansory? Let's find out. How Matt earned Mansory's respect. What started as a daring rebuild of a crashed luxury car soon turned into one of the most unexpected partnerships in Matt Armstrong's career. His connection with the world-famous luxury tuning company Mansory was never part of the original plan. Instead, it all began after he purchased Marcus Rashford's severely damaged Mansory customized Rolls-Royce Wraith, a car many believed had reached the end of its life. According to Supercar Blondie, Armstrong bought the wrecked Rolls-Royce at auction for around $240,000, approximately £184, after it had been declared a total loss following Rashford's high-profile crash in 2023. For most buyers, the car would have been little more than an expensive pile of damaged parts. But for Armstrong, it represented an opportunity to take on one of the biggest restoration challenges he had ever attempted. Bringing the luxury coupe back to life was anything but simple. The project demanded countless hours of work, careful planning, and well over $180,000 in additional repairs and replacement parts. Every stage of the rebuild tested Armstrong's skills and determination, but he remained committed to restoring the vehicle as close as possible to its original glory. Even after spending such a huge amount, the combined cost of buying and rebuilding the car was still only about half of what Rashford had originally paid for the exclusive Mansory creation, making the achievement even more remarkable. Once the restoration was complete, the story took an unexpected turn. While driving the rebuilt Rolls-Royce across Europe, Armstrong received a message from none other than Mansory itself. The prestigious German tuning company invited him to visit its headquarters. At first, Armstrong admitted the invitation made him nervous. He even joked that Mansory might want to take the car away because he had rebuilt one of its rare, highly customized vehicles without its involvement. The reality, however, was far more exciting. Instead of criticizing his work, Mansory welcomed Armstrong and praised the impressive restoration. The company's expert technicians carefully inspected every detail of the rebuilt Wraith before carrying out several final improvements. They fine-tuned the suspension system, installed a fresh set of signature Mansory wheels, and made a series of subtle adjustments designed to enhance both the car's appearance and its driving performance. These finishing touches ensured the vehicle met the exceptionally high standards for which Mansory is known around the world. After the upgrades were complete, Armstrong continued his European journey in what had become an officially refined Mansory build. The meeting marked an extraordinary moment, bringing together two very different sides of the automotive world. On one side was a self-taught YouTube creator famous for rescuing wrecked supercars. On the other stood one of the most respected luxury tuning companies in the industry. What began as the ambitious restoration of a crashed celebrity car ultimately grew into a surprising collaboration that earned Armstrong recognition and respect from the very company responsible for creating the car's original bespoke design. So, what brought collaboration into Armstrong's relationship with Mansory? How did Armstrong feel about seeking Mansory's help? Stay tuned. The partnership nobody saw coming. Matt's search for the right partner eventually brought him to a name that carried almost legendary status in the world of luxury cars: Mansory. Among car enthusiasts, that name was spoken with a mix of admiration, excitement, and even intimidation. This was not an ordinary tuning company where a car simply received new wheels or a fresh paint job. Mansory operated in an entirely different world. Since its founding in 1989 by Kourosh Mansory, the company had earned a reputation for taking some of the world's rarest and most expensive vehicles and transforming them into breathtaking masterpieces unlike anything else on the road. Every project was built to be completely unique, ensuring that no two cars were ever truly alike. Its client list reflected that level of exclusivity. Kings, princes, billionaires, celebrities, and elite collectors from around the world trusted Mansory with machines worth millions of dollars. Many customers owned private jets, luxury yachts, and sprawling estates, yet they still wanted their cars to stand apart from everyone else's. That desire came at an incredible price. A complete Mansory transformation could easily cost well over $1 million. And that was before even buying the car itself. Every carbon fiber panel was painstakingly handcrafted and cured in advanced autoclaves, producing an incredibly strong yet lightweight finish. Every stitch, every trim piece, and every painted surface was completed with astonishing precision, often making even factory-finished supercars seem ordinary by comparison. While Mansory's bold styling often divided opinion, nobody questioned the extraordinary craftsmanship behind its work. For Matt Armstrong, reaching out to a company like Mansory felt almost impossible. On paper, they came from completely different worlds. Matt was the self-taught mechanic from the UK who built his reputation by fixing badly damaged supercars in his own workshop, while filming every success, every setback, and every mistake for millions of viewers. He openly shared knowledge, challenged inflated repair costs, and proved that determination could overcome obstacles that others considered impossible. Mansory, by contrast, represented one of the most exclusive names in automotive craftsmanship. Yet, beneath those differences, they shared something surprisingly powerful. Whether someone works alone in a modest garage or inside a spotless German workshop equipped with cutting-edge technology, true craftsmen are united by the same mindset. They obsess over quality, refuse to settle for second best, and thrive on solving problems that everyone else has already given up on. When Matt finally made contact, he didn't exaggerate his achievements or try to impress anyone with empty promises. Instead, he simply told the truth. He explained how he had painstakingly brought the supposedly unrepairable Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport back to life, one panel at a time, through countless sleepless nights. He also admitted the expensive Venom mistake without making excuses or shifting blame. Then he presented a compelling vision. Millions of dedicated viewers following every chapter of the journey, an opportunity to showcase world-class craftsmanship to a global audience, and complete transparency throughout the process. After what felt like an endless silence, the answer finally came. Let's make something. Those three simple words sparked an extraordinary partnership that few believed was possible, bringing together a determined, self-made mechanic and one of the world's most prestigious automotive brands to create history. So, how did the partnership deal go? Did Armstrong host Mansory, or did he travel down as Mansory's guest? Keep watching. The secret mission that changed everything. With the agreement completed behind closed doors, Matt quietly boarded a flight to Germany. There were no camera crews, no YouTube updates, no social media teasers, and no hints that anything extraordinary was about to happen. While fans continued to joke about the controversial body kit, Matt was already working on a solution that almost nobody knew existed. It was one of the most secretive projects of his career, and he intended to keep it that way until the right moment. When he arrived at Mansory's headquarters, he stepped into a world unlike anything he had experienced before. The spotless workshop was calm and almost silent, with highly skilled craftsmen carefully shaping sheets of carbon fiber. Wearing gloves, masks, and protective clothing, they worked with incredible focus, treating every component with the same precision a surgeon gives during a delicate operation. Every corner of the facility reflected years of engineering excellence, and Matt immediately understood why some of the world's rarest hypercars had passed through these doors. Soon, he found himself sitting alongside Mansory's designers and engineers, the very people responsible for creating some of the boldest and most exclusive automotive designs on the planet. Together, they carefully studied detailed digital scans of the Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport. Every curve, mounting point, suspension change, and aerodynamic feature was examined in remarkable detail. Nothing was left to chance because every millimeter mattered. Days became weeks as sketches evolved through constant revisions and technical planning. The goal was to create a completely original design, not another modified body kit. Every carbon fiber panel was built specifically for this Chiron Pur Sport, preserving its elegance while adding a wider stance, sharper styling, improved aerodynamics, and factory-quality fit and finish. For Matt, the experience was inspiring. Every discussion expanded his understanding of automotive design, while his years of rebuilding damaged supercars earned him genuine respect from Mansory's experts. Meanwhile, back in Miami, Alex patiently waited as online jokes continued to spread. Then, one day, Matt returned carrying nothing more than a plain wooden crate. Hidden inside were the very first prototype panels. The moment he lifted the lid, he knew everything had changed. The flawless carbon fiber, feather-light yet incredibly strong, marked the beginning of a transformation that promised to silence every critic. So, what was the repair experience like? Did Matt Armstrong find the decision to seek help a wise one after all? Stay glued. From failure to ultimate redemption. The workshop no longer felt like a place filled with frustration and disappointment. Instead, it buzzed with fresh hope, determination, and excitement. Every member of the team knew they were no longer trying to save a failed project. They were creating something far greater than anyone had imagined. The painful chapter of the Venom body kit was finally coming to an end. One by one, the panels were removed with extreme care, as though they represented an important piece of history. Matt refused to throw them away. Rather than seeing them as worthless parts, he kept every single piece as a lasting reminder of the difficult lessons learned. To him, they symbolized the dangers of rushing important decisions, settling for poor quality work, or trusting the wrong people. Those oversized arches would remain stored away, not as trophies of failure, but as powerful evidence that setbacks can become the foundation for future success. Then came the exciting transformation. The Mansory body panels began taking their place, and the difference was immediately obvious. Every component fit with incredible accuracy, almost as if the car had been designed for them from the very beginning. The newly sculpted wheel arches gave the Bugatti a stronger, wider, and more commanding stance, while still preserving the graceful beauty that makes the Chiron so iconic. At the front, the redesigned bumper blended large, aggressive air intakes with the legendary horseshoe grille, creating a look that felt both modern and unmistakably Bugatti. Around the back, the functional diffuser wasn't simply added for style. It was carefully engineered to improve airflow and performance. Towering above it all was the fixed rear wing, crafted from exposed matte carbon fiber. It wasn't loud or flashy. Instead, it radiated confidence, purpose, and the unmistakable message that this machine was built for serious speed. As the rebuild continued, anticipation grew with every new update. The wheels Matt had once openly criticized were either being redesigned or completely replaced to match the car's new identity. Paint colors, suspension height, and countless finishing details were still being perfected. But one thing had become crystal clear. This was no longer about repairing a mistake. It was about creating something extraordinary. Throughout the entire journey, Matt remained true to himself. He stayed away from unnecessary drama, never publicly blamed his friend Alex, and allowed his work to speak louder than words. Inside that Miami workshop, disappointment had been replaced by optimism. What once seemed destined to become the greatest failure of Matt Armstrong's career was rapidly transforming into one of his boldest and most unforgettable achievements. Did the result of the collaboration eventually emerge as a success? Could this be the beginning of something great in supercar repairs? Would Bugatti be able to withstand the pressure of their collaborations? Stay with us. The ultimate Chiron comeback begins. What started as one of the internet's most talked about Bugatti rebuilds is now racing toward a finale that promises to leave the automotive world speechless. The story of Matt Armstrong's Chiron Pur Sport is no longer just about repairing a damaged hypercar. It has become a powerful journey of ambition, resilience, and creativity, proving that even the harshest criticism can become the fuel for something truly extraordinary. When the final episode finally premieres, viewers will witness far more than a beautifully restored Bugatti. They will see a machine transformed into a breathtaking masterpiece, a stunning wide-body Chiron wrapped in genuine carbon fiber, carrying the unmistakable influence of Mansory, while preserving the prestige and heritage that make the Bugatti name so legendary. This will not be another internet joke or a project remembered for controversy. Instead, it will stand as a remarkable achievement, built through determination, exceptional craftsmanship, and an unwavering belief in what was possible. From the very beginning, the journey was surrounded by doubt. Critics questioned every decision, mocked the bold direction, and predicted failure before the project had a chance to prove itself. Yet Matt refused to be distracted by the noise. Rather than settling for ordinary solutions, he embraced bigger ideas, trusted the right partners, and pushed beyond the limits many believed independent builders could never cross. His work has become a powerful reminder that innovation does not belong exclusively to major manufacturers. It belongs to those with the courage to dream bigger, take calculated risks, and keep moving forward, even when the entire internet seems determined to see them fail. Now, the wait is almost over. The final touches are being completed, the footage is being polished, the soundtrack is being carefully selected, and every unforgettable moment is being prepared for the world to experience. Soon, audiences will witness the complete transformation from beginning to end. A story that promises to silence critics and replace skepticism with admiration. For fans of inspiring comeback stories, groundbreaking engineering, and some of the world's most incredible hypercars, this is the moment worth waiting for. The Mansory chapter is ready to begin, while the unforgettable Venom story finally reaches its conclusion. More than the unveiling of an extraordinary Kiranpur sport, this is the celebration of passion, persistence, and fearless creativity. It is proof that true vision, relentless hard work, and determination can overcome even the loudest criticism. This is automotive storytelling at its absolute finest, and it is a finale no enthusiast will want to miss. So, what do you think about Matt Armstrong's collaboration with Mansory? Could it be the beginning of a revolution in the industry? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.